Hello again, I'm Ariel, and this is my husband Dayton and our toddler Ian. For Ian's 2-year-old birthday, we went on a crazy trip to Walt Disney World and spent 4 days visiting each of the 4 parks. If you haven't watched our last 2 videos, they covered our first 2 parks, Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios. Today though, we are heading to EPCOT. The name EPCOT is an acronym standing for Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow, and the point behind this park is a celebration of Earth. This park is unique from the other parks in that it kind of feels like 2 parks. The bottom section is divided into 3 parts: World Discovery, World Celebration, and World Nature. This is where the big ball is and is full of rides and shows on topics associated with its area. Unfortunately, it was also full of construction for us. Apparently later in 2023, there's going to be a lot of new things in this section, but we totally missed it. The top portion is the World Showcase. This is the part that gets me excited. It is made of a massive walkway around a lake, which acts as a walkway through 11 individual countries. But we'll get to that journey later. First, let's just start off talking about how difficult it was to get to EPCOT from our resort. Difficulty getting to and from this park sadly ended up being the theme of our day.
You ready to try out the Skyliner?
Yeah, supposedly we can roll the stroller on, which is nice versus having to take everything out.
Yeah. All right, let's do this thing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How many guys? 1 second, please.
Woo! We have our own car.
Yeah.
Whoa! Okay, that start is, woo!
We are now gliding over Hourglass Lake. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the most magical flight on Earth.
I can't even see Ian's face. Is he happy?
Are you happy? Yeah, I'm happy. My face isn't showing it. That I'm happy. So this morning we first went to the line and it was super long, so we didn't do that. So we were gonna go take the bus, but apparently today they're not running the bus to EPCOT, so you'd have to pay for a lift. Versus this is free, the bus is free. So we got some breakfast at a resort, and the line was like half as long, if not. It was only like a 10-minute wait. So we rode this, and it's more fun. Probably takes longer than a bus or lift, but it's more fun. Ariel, there's something in the water. Is it just ducks? It's just ducks. We went from a resort to France in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We needed airplanes.
Francois. We're here because we're here because we're here because we're here. We're here because we're here because we're here. We came in hot. All right, Ian, we're in EPCOT. You ready? This is yeah.
You guys are outside your line. Space line happen. You want to come in?
We did it. We're in EPCOT.
Yeah.
Little did we know that in a few hours, our opinion of the Skyliner, which already was not amazing, would drop significantly. But more on that later. We had a very special lunch reservation in the bottom portion of the park, so we decided to start there and ride as many rides as we could until our reservation.
It's nice to have something air conditioned.
I've seen this show a few times today.
Isn't this cool? It's all of their, like, where they grow their foods. It's crazy.
Welcome to our living laboratories, where scientists from EPCOT and the U.S. Department of Agriculture are exploring innovative ways to produce bountiful harvests now and into the future. Most of us are only familiar with the handful that make up our everyday diet.
We're in a show!
Mommy show.
Hi, I'm Dory. Oh, I can help.
As you can see, we did literally fly through these rides and exploring this portion of the park. And our last ride before our reservation for lunch was in the Big Ball. Though these rides were fun, the weather was really hot and the crowds were the worst we had seen all week. So we were pretty happy when it was finally time to leave EPCOT and go to our reservation in space.
Now it's time for our most anticipated meal experience, Space 220.
Basically, the concept of this restaurant is that when you're entering the restaurant, they put you on a transport and then they shoot you 220 miles up into space, basically. And then you eat your meal in space. So it'll be interesting to see how Ian does, but Dayton and I are pretty ecstatic to experience it. Like, I'm sure the food will be amazing, but the experience, like, it's just gonna be so cool.
Once we dock, gather your belongings and exit through the open air lock. A Space 220 agent will be waiting for you.
Docking complete.
Alright, space crossing cancellation. Space safely. You'll be exiting right from the door.
Wow. Papa, do you see? That's what we're gonna eat. Ian, you're on a spaceship. Oh my word. This is amazing. There's Earth.
So the thing with this restaurant is we rode up an elevator into space, and so then while we're sitting in the restaurant, we can see Earth, we can see astronauts, spaceships go by. It's really cool.
I love smoked salmon, and they like swirled the smoke away, even like smelled smoky. Okay. Wow, that's really good thing. One more. Oh my word. The food here is so good. Like, we tried Ian's berries. Even Ian's berries are like out of this world. Out of this world delicious.
Now it's time to go back down on Earth on the space elevator.
B2, you are cleared for departure. Initiating descent in 3, 2, 1. Your journey back to EPCOT will be a smooth and quick one today. So enjoy the ride. Come over and stand by me.
Lived up to its expectations. So good. So good. At this point, we realized Ian needed a longer than normal nap after 2 prior days of really quick naps on the go. So we decided to head back to our resort for his nap, and then we planned to return in the afternoon for the World Showcase. But this is about when we started running into some issues with transportation. We slowly started to realize that the rest of our day was not necessarily going to go as planned. I've never been so happy to be on a Skyliner in my life.
Yeah, hopefully this will go right.
I can't believe he's sleeping through it.
So we were going to head back from EPCOT for Ian's nap. So we're going to take the Skyliner, but the Skyliner running from EPCOT to the main terminal is down. So we took a boat. It's not running buses today, by the way. So we had to take a boat from EPCOT to Hollywood to jump on the Skyliner to then take us back to our resort.
They should have been running buses and the Skyliner all along.
Just sounds like they might start running them now, because
Yeah, they have
it's
to.
going to be down for a significant amount of time.
Yeah.
In just a few moments, we will be arriving at the only floating Skyliner station at Walt Disney World Resort.
It may have been the longest way possible, but we made it back.
We did. That's good.
Today is the first day that we actually came back to the resort for Ian's nap, which the reason is this is day 3. He needed a longer nap. He almost took a 4-hour nap. So I think it was a little bit needed. And going back, we have decided, because of all the escapades with the Skyline, we're gonna see if they have a bus. And if they aren't doing buses right now, we're probably going to pay to get a lift, because they have lifts here.
It is annoying when you have free transportation, but if that free transportation takes you 45 minutes to get to the park, it's not really worth it. So how much is it gonna cost?
$7.87.
Oh, that's not bad.
As you might be guessing at this point, there were no buses going to EPCOT, and the Skyline from our resort to EPCOT was still down. So we ended up hiring an Uber, which was neat as it was Ian's first ever Uber ride. We got there super easy though and headed straight to the World Showcase to start our trek around the lake.
First country we're stopping at is Canada, which we have both been to.
Not to be rude or anything, but being from Maine makes this kind of boring. So we're gonna compare to see how close they are to Leo burdocks, which is what we had when we were in Ireland, which was like the best fish and chips ever.
Yeah.
Best fish and chips in Dublin.
It looks good. Ian likes the french fries. I am getting fish up.
Next week my wife's gonna be like,
It's legit. It's really good. You gotta try some. It's good. It's like almost the same.
Buzz, what do you think of the french fry?
The french fries are the thing that's most different than Ireland. I feel like theirs were like different, but. Next up.
France.
This is the one ride that we're not doing that we wish we were doing is Ratatouille.
Genie Plus wasn't available by the time I got it to do it on that ride. But
Yeah.
it's been over an hour wait all day. So.
Yeah. And if it was just you and me, maybe, but with Ian, it's a lot to ask of a little guy. You took French in high school, so give me something French here.
Bonjour, madame. J'adore. Je m'adore. No matter say I love you, j'adore tu. I love you. That means in Germany you're gonna have to speak German.
Oh, I prepared myself. I've been looking forward to these crepes since I woke up this morning.
Yeah.
And second fact is, look at the Eiffel Tower. So we got our crepe. It looks good. Now let's do the taste test. Ian, do you want to taste too? Yeah? Is it good? Does
Yeah,
it taste?
finally.
It's finally good. Does it taste like real French ones?
Yes. S'il vous plaît, yes, please.
Ah. It's a little sad to move on from France. It's been our favorite so far, but we have to keep moving. So now we are going to Italy. Italy! It's kind of hard to film at night, but EPCOT at night, especially like the world tour, is amazing. It's so magical. And it really does feel like you're in each country when you go in it, which is so cool.
Correction, we're not in Italy, we're in Morocco, is after France.
We remembered the map wrong.
Yeah.
But it's obviously not Italy.
No.
Okay, Morocco it is.
These like whole little back areas. It's like walking through the streets. I thought you kind of just like walked in a circle and walked by them. And then there's like you walked into these countries.
A lot less people here in Morocco than there were in France. So we're trying the baklava in Morocco before going to Japan. We had to try one thing from this country, so. Oh my goodness, Dayton. I feel like I'm getting full, but the food is so stinking good.
In Japan, they have something called the sushi donut, which we've heard is really good, and we wanted it. The line was kind of long, and we're starting to get full, and we're wanting to get through all the countries, so we're not gonna get it tonight, sadly.
But Japan is really pretty. I mean, look at that tower behind you. Isn't this place so cool?
Yeah.
Okay, what's our next country?
America.
We'll skip that. What's the next country?
Italy.
Okay, we know a little bit about America already.
Yeah.
I have to point out that the American specialty food is funnel cakes. Funnel cakes, Dayton.
So good right now.
Do you think us Americans should be known for funnel cakes?
Oh yeah.
You do? Apparently the American sector is like colonial funnel cakes. We're so wimpy. We can't get food because we're full already.
Yeah, we underestimated how full we get, how quickly.
Yeah, we blew it at the beginning. The fish and chips was like, and now I'm full.
Yeah.
We were gonna get gelato or gelati in
None of
Italy.
the flavors just seem like heavy.
And the smallest size they have is 2 scoops. Maybe next time we come, we need to come starving and just do, I don't know, you fill up so fast. All their portions are so big.
Yeah.
Oh well, the countries are still pretty.
Yes, we're having fun.
I still want boba tea though,
Me too.
from China.
That's what we said about the last two things.
That's true, good point.
Goodbye, Italy. Hello, Germany. Ariel, you have to, we're in Germany, you have to say something in German.
Because I took German in college. So I've been practicing ever since France, and now I've gone blank with stage fright. Guten Nacht, because right now it's night. Dankeschön, Bitteschön. Dayton should actually be speaking with me. So he and I went to Germany. Well, we went to Austria for our honeymoon, but we landed in Munich, and then we took the train from Munich to Austria, and Austria speaks German. So Dayton also learned some of German, so he should be speaking with me. Ich liebe dich. I love you. I don't think it's the best way to say I love you. That's just how the Beatles said it. So that's how I remember it.
Seems attention. It was on our
It means warning.
warning. It was
Like,
on our
if it was-
sign
yeah.
by our swing at our place we stayed for a honeymoon about the danger of it, but I just remember that word.
Achtung!
We're going to China next.
Woohoo, boba tea.
Team Dragon across 4,000 miles of China. Shanghai, a city forever reinventing itself.
That was so cool. So now we have 2 countries left. We have Norway and Mexico, and we're actually just gonna like breeze through Norway really fast and run to Mexico because we really want to do the 3 Caballeros ride before it closes. So that's the game plan, and we are going to do the next 2 countries really fast because we've just been enjoying each one, so we just spend too much time there. But on to Norway. Let's head off to Mexico so we get the ride. This feels like a little Mexican square. I love it. I can't wait to go back to Mexico. You ready to go on another boat ride?
We had such a fun time in the World Showcase, and our only regret looking back is that we did not start off here first thing in the morning and spend our entire day here. Really, the World Showcase feels like a park of its own, and we would love to come back to spend an entire day just exploring the countries more deeply, and also maybe when we are way more hungrier with more time in between each snack, so that way we could try a lot more of the food in each country. At this time though, we were cutting the time pretty close before the park shut down for the night show, Harmonious. So after this ride, we made a quick pit stop at the Baby Care Center here in EPCOT to change Ian's diaper, and then we headed back to China to quickly grab some boba tea as we still had our hearts set on ending with one of the snacks that we had to pass over in our haste.
Rather milk tea, but I got hibiscus bubble tea.
Oh, okay, that works.
And I could have gotten free egg rolls because they're giving them out, but I was like,
Yeah, that sounds like a gut buster
But
currently.
they're giving them out free because they have to, because it closes in 5 minutes. So.
Ah.
Hibiscus sounds good. They have blueberry bubbles in them.
Ooh, you tried a bubble already?
Yeah, they sucked right up. We're about to watch Harmonious, which is their current light show at EPCOT, because we actually made it till 9 tonight.
Harmonious ended up being such an epic way to end our day in EPCOT, and though timing and transportation seemed to not be in our favor for the day, we still had such a fun day. To top it off, they had a bus take us back to our resort for the evening, which was the best ending of all. We needed to get back to our room and get a really good night's sleep so we could be ready for our final day here in the most epic park of all, Magic Kingdom. Thank you all so much for being here, and we can't wait to show you our last day of our Disney trip next Wednesday. See you all then. Bye!